Good morning. This is Chris. It's Monday morning in Japan and I'm pumped up and excited about the week. Had a good weekend and I love Monday mornings. I absolutely love Monday mornings. I wake up every morning, I'm pumped up, I'm stoked, I'm excited because Monday is the day to get started and really start cranking out new stuff. You know, I always take a light day on Sunday. I do just a little bit of work, but nothing really big on Sunday. Sunday is, I actually do work maybe a half day or so on Saturdays, and I will basically not work on Sundays, but I'll look at my computer and do little tidbits here and there as necessary on my phone. The benefit of having the phone, but Monday I'm back at it. I'm fully focused. I'm pumped up and I'm excited. Right, that's the one thing that's great about working as an entrepreneur full time. I don't wake up and go work for the man. I wake up and I work for myself, and that pumps me up and gets me excited. Every single Monday is awesome. All right, Ken, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about some topics that are going to be a little bit sensitive, and I can guarantee you I'm going to offend some people. What am I going to say? I mean, this is stuff that needs to be talked about, so I'm going to talk about it, and I hope you don't get upset with me. Some people do. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm just stating my opinion on what I see, and so my opinion is based on being in fact, I've been in this ecom business since 2012. Okay, 2012, guys. Let me just reflect back and every day there are people hopping on man, I don't know if I want to talk about this because I'm not how I'm going to say this, but talking on the training coaching business, and a lot of them are doing really good work. Some of these people are new at this thing, and my hat's off to them. They're doing really good. They're awesome. I can see that. But there's also a lot of people who are inexperienced, right? And they get a little bit of success, and then they start doing coaching and training. And the thing about this is, guys, is they haven't seen the lifespans of this business, the ups and downs that come, right? And so they're even though they're well-intentioned, right, they're missing the big picture. The reason why they're missing the big picture is not because they haven't had some success. They have had some success. That's what got them started in the first place. But they haven't been around for a couple of years, or 2 or 3 years, and they don't see the whole big picture of things, how things go up and down. So anyway, just keep that in mind. When you're going for a coach and trainer, I personally think you should go for someone, and it doesn't have to be me, by the way. There's some other guys out there who have been around equally as long as me, and they're doing great stuff, and my hat's off to them too. But someone who's been in this game for a while. I've been in this game since 2012. I know the ups and downs. I mean, for example, at the beginning of this year, January and February, there was people flipping out in the groups saying, oh, the Facebook algorithms changed. You can't make money with it. And I was like, guys, no, bullshit. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, now 2018, the same thing is happening. Q1, right after Christmas, is difficult. It's difficult because, one, your customers blew their money at Christmas on traveling for vacation, buying Christmas presents, and all that stuff, okay? They're not in the shopping mood, right? They're not in the shopping mood, okay? And a lot of us marketers, right, just made tons of money at Christmas, and now they think, oh, I want to scale up more, and it suddenly becomes hyper competitive, and everyone's pushing out ads for new products and stuff, and so yeah, it's a tough gig, and it's a tough gig every single year. It has nothing to do with the algorithm change, and that's the thing that really, oh man, this nulls me. This is why something that really irritates me. Facebook announces these changes on their blog. Do they make small little tweaks here and there without announcing them? That's fine, and that does happen, right? But any major change has always been announced in advance, right? So, but when someone's results start to go down, they turn on and immediately blame the algorithm change. Oh, it's an algorithm change. No. It's the fact that you're not adapting to the marketplace, right? Maybe your products you've been hitting the same products over and over again. Maybe the market's tiring of you. I mean, there's tons of stuff going on and there's nothing to do with an algorithm change whatsoever, right? It's on you, as the marketer, right? And January, February, March are the hardest times to make sales, and so that's always. In fact, I made videos even back at the time. I said, guys, focus on new products. Absolutely, now's the time. Go out and find something new. Something to excite your fans, right? Because you're exciting to excite your marketplace, right? Something new. That's the only way you can combat the January, February lull that happens every year and has nothing to do with algorithm change. And I wasn't planning to talk about that because that's already passed. But anyway, if you're going to make it through this year and you're still in this business, come January next year, remember what I just said. All right. Now, I went on a tangent there. Sometimes I do that, guys, because I'm passionate and I want you to succeed. I want you to succeed. So let's go back to my topic here. Okay, there's 3 things I want to talk about here. All right. Let's go ahead and say hello to some of these people. Matthew, I'm just going to wait just a second before I get into the main topics. Amit, Stefan, John. How you doing, John? Jeffrey. Nice to meet you. Michael, good to see you, buddy. All right, beautiful. Debbie, Jeff. Wow, a lot of people. Ken, nice. Dude, I've always wanted to know how to pronounce your name. Your last name is Fanar, your first name, because it's written in some sort of Eastern European text I can't really read. I can't pronounce it. Porgamer or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Yes, this is absolutely live. It's absolutely live. Okay, so Glenn, my buddy Glenn Williams is on this live stream, and I gotta tell you guys, this guy, not only is he an amazing seller, I don't know if you guys know who Glenn Williams is, but I just saw him come on. I never ever see him on one of my live streams, so I'm gonna actually talk about this guy. This guy is one of the guys I respect the most in this space, in this industry. Okay, so Glenn has been on Teespring for a long, long time. He was a massive seller on Teespring. He since retired because he basically made so much money on Teespring he retired. Unfortunately, he suffered. Maybe I shouldn't say the disease. Publicly doesn't want me to say that or not. Glenn, is it okay if I say it or not? Anyway, and the prognosis was not good, but Glenn's a fighter. Glenn's a fighter, and guys, people who have the right mindset to succeed in business, right, have the right mindset to succeed to fight a disease. And he did all the necessary things that the doctor required. He made lifestyle changes, and he's actually overcome it. And he's now 100% recovered. And so I just want to say, Glenn, man, you're awesome, seriously, and you're an example to all of us. Love you, bro. He's also can be a smart ass too, so he'll say all sorts of sarcastic things, but really that's actually part of the thing I like about you. All right, so let's talk about the lie. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not going to point any fingers at anyone, and it's sort of a self-perpetuating thing. But there's this idea out, and I see people coming on that I can put up a Shopify store, open up a general store, go grab some products of AliExpress, right? Use some spy software to jump on the I call it winter chasing, right? And last year the spinny deal was a great example of winter chasing. Okay, a few people found that spinner deal. They started selling it and had success. Some people used a spy software. They found that spin. They were selling that spinner. They sold the exact same. They didn't even come out with their own original spinner idea or search and research a new spinner idea. They came with they went out and they found the exact same spinner on AliExpress and they started selling it. And then 100, 200, 300 people gone. And guys, I was on a live stream yesterday in a Shopify group here, right? They invited me to come to a live stream, and the admin, the owner of that group, right, who's been around since 2013, and I know he's made a lot of money in this business. He also jumped on he chased the spinner too, and he told me he didn't sell one of them. He lost money on ads on the spinner and time and effort, right? So the lie here is that that one, this business is easy. All you need to do is open a general store and then chase and research and sell what everyone else is selling. This is a lie. I mean, it just is, guys. It's not that easy. It's just not that easy. And guys, there are a few people out there who succeed at that. But think about this, right? Okay, and the spinner's a great example. Okay, I love talking about the spinner because that was one of the biggest trends. Okay, the spinner trend lasted about 3 or 4 months. And there's a handful of people who made money with that. probably you can count it on 2 hands. I don't know the exact numbers, right? But there are thousands of people who tried. Thousands, right? And if you ever go back and watch my videos from 2014. I started doing these live streams, right? To 15. I've been talking about researching and coming up with your own original ideas since then. I've been preaching this idea, because back when I was doing dropshipping, and I'm not a big believer in dropshipping, and I think it's fine for newbies who want to just get started, right? But I mean, it's a long-term business solution. I just don't like it at all. But back when even I was doing dropshipping, okay, I was in the grandma niche, and I wanted to sell a grandma necklace. You know what I did? I typed in grandma necklace, and I flipped through and I started my research on page 10 of AliExpress. This is back when I was dropping into 2015. Why? Why do you think I went for page 10? Because I knew that all my competition was going to look at page 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. But I have a problem now. If I'm selling but I'm not a big AliExpress. I don't even, just to be 100% transparent, I don't do AliExpress anymore, okay? But I don't do dropshipping anymore. It's 100% PhD. But anyway, I just want to talk about this research myth I did. Because I had a necklace. I ended up selling, this necklace sold total of, we did some split testing. And we ended up having to sign so we had 3 different listings at one point, and one listing did 17,500 units, something like that. Another listing did a couple thousand. So it didn't quite break 20,000, but it was close. Okay. So anyway, how did I find this product? I just want to talk about this, right? Because this is the mentality, right? This is a case study, but this is the mentality you want for your business. Okay. So I said to myself, okay, the reason why I transferred from Teespring Represent when I was doing print on demand. I had a grandma page, and I wanted to start doing dropshipping necklaces in the grandma niche. This is back in 2015. I'm going to tell this old story because it's a perfect case study of how to think. Okay, think to get good winners and to break and get out of the lie. Okay. All right. So I had a grandma page, and now I want to dropship necklaces from China. And at the time, AliExpress was just really new. There's only a handful of people doing it, and I jumped on board. And I wanted to see how it went, and I made money with it. It wasn't I had all sorts of problems with China. It was a nightmare at the end, and I'm glad I got out of it, but still made money with it. Okay, so I had a grandma page which I had built up during the Teespring and the Represent eras, and I was selling through their platforms. Okay, so I wanted to leverage that grandma page and sell jewelry on my Shopify dropship store. Okay, so what I did was I said, okay, first of all, the first step I did is I went and I did some research and I went into Facebook and I started searching grandma necklaces and granny necklaces. And I went into Google and I searched Shopify grandma necklaces and granny necklaces. So I started to research and try to figure out what my competitors are selling. One, to get a little bit of an idea of what could sell, but 2, what not to sell. Because again, I'm a big believer, and I don't believe in chasing winners. Chasing winners is a way to get the scraps. And I don't want the fucking scraps. I don't want the leftovers at the table. Because they've already hammered that. Especially if you find big fan pages, it's got massive 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 fans or whatever. Shares on that post. They've hammered it, right? Okay? Can be even more. I've seen posts. I've had one post. Personally, my biggest post ever was like 78,000 shares. Okay, so you think I didn't hammer the hell out of that product? Hell yeah, I did. So if someone came and copied that, they'd be getting the scraps. They would be literally getting the leftovers, right? And I don't want that. Okay, so now I had a little bit of understanding because even like I've been selling T-shirts and some other mug cups and that in the grandma niche. Now I'm going to be selling necklaces. So I needed to do a little bit of research to figure out what type of necklaces we're selling and 2, what not to sell, because I don't want to go for scraps. Okay, so then I went on to AliExpress and I typed in grandma necklaces, and I started my research on page 10 of AliExpress. Why page 10? Because I knew my competition would never dig that deep. I knew for a fact my competition would never go to page 10. They may go to page 4 or 5, right? They're going to give up after that. Okay, so. But here's the thing, when you do this kind of thing, these are not proven winners. They're not proven winners. Or else they wouldn't be that low on the listing. which is why you need to have previous market knowledge. And I took the time and researched, and I got to know the necklace market in the grandma niche for Facebook ads before I went in and did my research. I knew it. I had looked at a good 10 some pages, and I looked at, several. I think close to 100 necklaces. I had a good idea what could sell. So I was able to dig in there and figure out, okay, guys, just because it's listed low on AliExpress does not mean it won't sell. It just means it wasn't noticed. For one reason or another, AliExpress is their algorithm. They push the winners that are selling products to the top and the ones that are not selling to the bottom. Selling, guys, I didn't say winners. There's a lot of gold on AliExpress that's deep and hidden that will sell if it's marketed properly. Okay, and AliExpress is just one example, right? You know what? If I were in the dropship business right now today, but I'm not, and I really recommend you go for POD all the way. But anyway, regardless, if I were in the dropship business today, here's exactly what I would do. I would go onto Google. I would Google search my niche, and I would start looking for suppliers in the United States, reach out to them, and ask them if I can dropship their products. Couple reasons. Well, number one, I can get it from the United States, so it's better quality, faster shipping, and better packaging, so it makes a better impression on my customer when it shows up. Number two, I've now found a source for a product that's harder for my competition to find, right? They can find it. Don't get me wrong, they can find it, but it's harder. It's infinitely harder because it's not AliExpress or eBay or Etsy. Right? It's xyzsite.com that I contacted through Google, right? Okay, so I'm immediately separating myself from the competition by doing this, right? It's a cool little trick, right? Now, of course, am I paying more for it? Yes, but guys, here's the other thing is people are being too cheap on their pricing, way too cheap on their pricing. Sometimes actually raising the price can increase your conversion rate. Let me repeat that. Contrary to popular belief that to increase your conversion rate you need to lower your price, it's actually not true. That's another lie that you've been sold. Okay? That can work, but actually sometimes raising the price increases the conversion rate because it increases the perceived value. In fact, I've had a product, I'm not going to say what it is, where we're selling at a certain price and we're selling just so-so. And it was making a profit, but I wasn't happy with it. So I went into the sales page, and it was a good quality product. This was not a lie, this was a good quality product. I went in the sales page and I typed in the title, high quality XYZ. Then I went on to the description and I put in big letters, headline, red, bulk, underline, and italics, high quality, whatever. I'm not gonna say what it is. And I raised the price. And guess what happens? The conversion rate went up. All I did was change the perceived value. By one, raising the price. Price equals quality. Two, put in high quality. And Frank, who's in my ecom van, right? Frank, do me a favor, since you're on this live stream, right? You're in your ecom vantage and mastermind group, and I recommended this to my mastermind group a while ago, and Frank did it. Frank said it worked for him. He did the exact same thing I just did, right? And he just increased his profit. And all he did was change add the word high quality, and raise the price. The perceived value went up, and therefore the conversion rate actually went up at a higher price, not down. All right, but Frank, if you'd comment on the course in Mastermind, that would be freaking awesome. Since we're talking about the course in Mastermind, if you want to get in, go to ecomvantage.com/VIP. I'll put the link here shortly, but ecomvantage.com/VIP. Glenn says, and by the way, Glenn's a massively successful seller. Awesome guy, retired now, but I was always about 200% higher than everyone else. Guys, high price can work if you know how to position it. Darn, I forgot my other, what was my other lot? Oh, sold a lie. So I actually got so wrapped up in what I was talking about, I forgot my own title. Here we go, I found it. Oh, false scarcity is dangerous these days. Okay, so guys, well, I've actually been hesitant to talk about this because I actually know a couple of the app makers of these app makers, and they're good friends of mine, and I like these guys a lot. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but a while ago, I'm not going to name any app names, but Shopify sent an email out to everyone saying that if you don't uninstall this app, I think we're at the date now, it'll be, you know, you could get in trouble in your store because it's false scarcity. It's against Shopify's terms of service. And it's also it's also against Facebook's terms of service. Okay? Now that Shopify is actually cracking down, soon Facebook will too. Because actually, it's always been against Facebook's terms of service. Just because they didn't implement it or enforce it doesn't mean it wasn't against the terms of service, because it was. I mean, you're not allowed to lie to your customers, right? That's what it is. So, I'm not saying don't use these apps. In fact, there's an effective way to use them, and this is how I'm going to be using them going forward, right? Don't say, you know, product sale or product ends or sold out, right? Don't use the sold out, how many numbers are left, because that is BS, okay? But what you can do, and what I will continue doing, is use them on a price point. You could say sale price ends in 1 week, and then put it on that time thing, and then actually raise the price. Actually raise the price. So then you're using it legitimately, okay? So full scarcity is dangerous, but properly done scarcity still works. But just don't use the term the product's selling out anymore. Don't lie about the product selling out, because one, Shopify has already told you that these apps are dangerous, right? By email, they send out to every single customer. Two, it is against Facebook terms of service, and it always has been. And guys, Shopify is now one of the biggest sources of revenue for Facebook. It's not the biggest one, but it's one of the biggest ones. Why? Not directly. I mean, Shopify does their own ads to get people to join up Shopify, but indirectly, Shopify has tons of sellers like us selling and using Facebook ads, and Facebook knows that, and they're communicating with Shopify. They have a great relationship, okay? So you don't think that Facebook noticed that Shopify cracked down on this, or is in the process of cracking down? Facebook will follow suit, right? So, I mean, and by the way, it's always against, again, I'm going to say this again, it's always been against Facebook's rules, and it's always against Shopify's rules. It's been in there for years. They just haven't enforced it, okay, guys? So this is nothing new. What's new is it's being now enforced, okay? So use false scarcity, but use it right. Okay, now, next. There was another topic I wanted to talk about here. I've now found a source. Use false scarcity, but use it right. Alice says they're talking about the timer. Yes. Yes. Use the timer on price point, and then actually raise the price. Don't use the timer on saying 6 left in stock or 7 left in stock, and then it just keeps repeating itself. So every 24 hours it resets. This is against terms of service for both Shopify and Facebook, and now they've actually noticed it, and they're starting to do something about it. Brandy says there's a group on Facebook that's teaching it's okay to do this. Well, they got to pay attention to their inbox, because Shopify sent out an email about it. Yeah, the sale ends, that's fine, but the sale's really got to end, and you got to raise the price. Now, they may or may not notice it, but if you get reported, right? And by the way, that's the other thing about this. Okay, let's think about this from another point of view. How many big brands do you know? And I wasn't going to go this way, but you know what? Since I'm getting questions about it, I go ahead and will go this way. How many big brands do you know that use this clock thing? Just out of curiosity, I mean, can you write one down? I'm not aware of one. Does anyone know a big brand out there who's got this clock on their sales pages? I'm waiting. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Alright. They don't. There's a reason for that. You're also lying to your customers. Okay, as I mentioned before, but these are potential repeat buyers. How many people would like to get repeat customers going? Okay. All right. Jay says Foot Locker. Then let me ask you a question. Are they doing it on price point and then they actually raising the price, or they constantly have the clock up? Just constantly. And then they're rerunning the clock. I'd be surprised if they are. But anyway, the point is, customers notice. In fact, we've had, back when I was really aggressively using this because I was testing it for a while, now I do use it on a real scarcity basis when I'm actually doing a sale that's a limited on price, right? I want my customers to be happy, and I want them to come back, and I want them to buy from me again, right? Because in a real business, your most expensive sale should be the front end acquisition. Now, in most of us small e-com store businesses, the only sale is the front end, especially if you're dropping from China and you're delivering bad products, the quality's all over the map, show up in bad packaging, and waste 3 or 4 weeks for them to get it. But most, I want you to shift your mentality, saying, look, I want to acquire a customer, and then I want to sell them with emails and things like that on the back end, right? That is how a real business operates, and that's what you should be aiming for, right? So you want to create a customer that's satisfied, and if they see that you're constantly using false bullshit scarcity, they will think less of you, and they won't buy from you again. Well, they might, but they won't buy from you as much. When a new shoe drops them, they put a timer and it's sold out supposedly, then a week later it's back in stock. And I'd be willing to bet, Jay, they're actually raising the price a week later. And they're not keeping the scarcity going forever. That sounds a little bit borderline, but I'm willing to bet they're raising the price. At least they're raising the price. They're doing something different on that. Okay, so let's talk about the other thing. All right, Q4 is coming. Christmas is coming, okay? Now, Frank says they do raise the price. So it's not false scarcity. It's true. They bring out a new shoe. Okay, now I get the whole picture based on Jay and Frank's comments. Frank, let's talk about Foot Locker, because I didn't know about this until now. I just learned this. Foot Locker brings out a new shoe. They put a timer on it for a week. They sell it for a week. They announce the price is going to raise. They take it off the market for a week, and then they put it back at a higher price a week later. That is not false scarcity. That's just a smart sale. Glenn says, I'm going to read Glenn's comment because this is good. It's never been okay to do the time thing apart from the limited time campaign model, which ended in 2015. On saying this, you still need to include urgency in your prospect's mind. That's what limited time discounts are for, or find another way to induce urgency to buy. This week only, free shipping. Celebrate our birthday this week with a $5 off the first $100 to buy. These all induce urgency without telling blatant lies. Yep, exactly. So Glenn and I are on the same page. We're talking about that, right? I'm talking about using price and time sale on price, things like that. Removing these apps would make the store conversion rate lower than usual. Wasim asks. I think it depends. It depends. In some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. It all depends on how good your product is, right? If you use other sort of ways to induce scarcity, what Glenn just talked about, or I just talked about, using a timer based on price, right? Then no, right? So, all right, let's move on to Q4. It's actually coming, and I know you guys are thinking, what? Q4, okay? Well, now's the time to start preparing. Okay, so, I mean, I'm already starting to prepare. Okay, last year I discovered a product in my niche, for example, that I didn't discover this product until late in the season. I discovered it at the beginning of December. We only got a couple weeks of sales in before we ran out of time to ship it. Actually, about 2.5 weeks. And so it was a bummer. We made some good money on that shipper time, but we could have made a lot more. Well, guess what I'm doing already? I'm already talking about this to the supplier to get them ready, to come up with 2 or 3 new designs, and I'm going to start selling this product in November, or maybe late October, okay? So I'm starting to prepare. I'm already starting to think about Christmas and Q4, okay? So this is important, right? And guys, so start thinking about this, because Q4 is when retail shops make 50% of their income, and so you should start preparing now. Now is the time to start preparing so you can hit the ground running, okay? Now, if you're, and this is especially true if you're a newbie or new, right? Start building up that fan page, posting content, right? And I know Glenn disagrees with this, but I actually argue with him on this one. I'm not talking forever, right? I'm talking about 2 or 3 weeks of likes campaigns on a new page at $5 a day. Just in the beginning. Just to get the page vibrant, okay? And I agree with his term, because we debated this before, that yes, likes have limited value these days, and it's true. But a page with no likes and no action is not good either. So we're talking about a limited time. If you have a new page, we're in 2 to 3 weeks of $5 a day in likes come in just to get the page rolling, okay? Start posting content regularly, right? Start running products. Your products, if you're running good products and you get some good product selling, you will organically grow the page. They'll organically come like the page. Plus, when you post good content, if they share it, you'll get likes. So you want to get your fan pages and Instagram pages going now. You want to start testing products now. You want to really start focus on this business now, because you want to be hitting the ground running when the end of September hits. October, November, December are the best time of the year by far. Okay? And you want to be in that position. So if you're a newbie or someone who hasn't really put a lot of time and effort in this business and you don't have a built up thing, get off your ass and get started today. Today is the day, or else you could miss the boat. You could miss the Christmas rush Q4 boat, and the Thanksgiving boat, and the Black Friday boat. You don't want to miss that, okay? All right, so I implore you, and I'm doing this, whether you join my course, mastermind group or not, get started today. Now, if you got real value out of this video, it'd be awesome if you'd share it, right? Show me some love and share this video, right? That'd be great. I appreciate that a lot. If you're interested in my Ecom Advantage mastermind course group, private message me. That'd be great. All right, sorry. You can go. I'll put the link, and you can go by. If you have any questions about it, you can private message me. If you're interested in my coaching, you can private message me. By the way, people ask me all the time, and I really want to talk about this, why I continue to do coaching and training, why did I do this, okay? And it's a little bit has to do with my background, okay? So when I got out of university, right, my first 3 years out of university, I was a teacher. I taught English and English to Japanese students. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. In fact, if I could still make good money teaching, if I could make good money teaching English, when you teach English in Japan, you can make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a year. And I know a couple guys who got high-level jobs that make maybe $6,000 a year, $7,000 a year. Sorry, a month, right? You can't make great money today. And I want to live a different lifestyle, and I want to be able to travel. So I couldn't make money, so I got out of it. I got into the business world, and I got e-com, and so when I got into e-com and I started, having some success, I decided, you know what? I'm going to start teaching and coaching because I love it. And honest truth is, guys, I'm going to tell you something real secret. I still have a store, and I still run my business, and I have staff, and I have a partner helping me working together on that. But I actually like this more. I like the teaching and training, coaching more. That's why I do it. It's in my blood. I was a teacher at a university, and I love this. That's why I do this. And some people ask me why I continue to do this, right? And I even eventually I may just pull out of running my store altogether, right? And maybe sell it at some point, and I'll continue to do this. I love this. This is what I do, and I want you to succeed, right? So, anyway, if you want to get in my course of mastermind, guys, and I want to point out something about my course of mastermind, guys, and I really want to point this out. You get support. You get support. In fact, the first thing I do every single morning is I wake up and I go in there and I answer questions. And it's not just me, guys. And here's the beautiful part about this. Okay, this is the beautiful part. Because I've attracted a lot of good quality sellers to my Facebook mastermind and group, right, and course group. There's a lot of quality in sales, and because I'm in there every single day answering questions, and we do weekly Q&As, the karma has spread. And I will often wake up and there'll be 3 or 4 or 5 answers to someone's question before I even got up. Yeah, Glenn, absolutely. I'd love to come to the UK and do an event with you guys. Absolutely. I'd love it. That'd be great. So, anyway, yeah, thanks for the invite. I'm definitely interested, my friend. Definitely interested. I'd love to have a pint with you too as well. Are you still able to drink beer, Glenn? Okay, so anyway, that's it. So go to ecomvantage ecomvantage.com/VIP. I'll put the link there. Private message in my coaching, and we'll see you. And also share this video, and we'll see you in the next webinar. Oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot to answer the question. So let me jump back. I forgot to go scroll through and answer questions. Give me a second. I will do that. Okay. You know, I'm sorry about that. It's occurred to me I forgot to answer the question. Here we go. All right. I found an awesome product today and spent all day trying to find it today on AliExpress. So I know what you mean by looking for other suppliers. I think the good drop shippers don't use AliExpress. A lot of good drop shippers don't use AliExpress. You want to check Alibaba, you might be in a situation where you have to bulk ship that and find a solution. There's a couple of solutions. Number one, you can ship it to yourself, self-fulfill. You could work out with a fulfillment center as well. That's another possibility. Frank says, best e-com course out there. By the way, Frank has been in many courses. So much knowledge in the course that no one else is teaching. Chris is the real deal. You get what you pay for, so invest in yourself. Thank you, Glenn. Sorry, thank you, Frank. Glenn says timers used to work. Now shoppers are so much more savvy. Don't believe them anymore. In fact, they can harm you. In fact, actually, the honest truth is that's what I was finding with our site. I think it has to do with the quality of your products. But when we moved the timers a couple of years ago, we still use them on real sales, right? But about a year and a half ago, we removed the timers. It didn't affect our conversion rate at all. Brenda, Christmas is now's the time to start getting ready for Christmas. Lee, there's 14 different scaling methods I teach in my course in Mastermind, and my students I use. One of them is just simply send up tons of new small ads. So $5 ads instead of new targets, new targets, new targets, new targets, new assets. Damn, I just found my first winner last December. We'll crush it this year after good experience. Congratulations, my friend. Has I already been blowing my money on another course? I would have spent money on you. Alice, find a way to get it. It's worth it. Find a way to get it. If you go to Ecomvantage, if you go to and you buy from my ecomvantage.com/VIP, go ahead and click to buy. You may get lucky and get PayPal might offer you credit. That's 6 months credit, interest free. And by the way, I have no control over that. PayPal controls that. Glenn, not an invite, but Glenn, let's do it. I'm up for it. I'd love to do it. Glenn says not an invite. I said we should, just for a beer. What do you mean I look insane? Joel, I'm curious. What do you mean I look insane? A lot of great content today. You should leave your mower running. That's the mower in the park I'm sitting in. Every morning I come to this park and I have a coffee. It's my favorite thing to do. And I got my right there is my computer. Got my computer in that bag. I come to this park. Actually, sorry. Every morning I'm in Tokyo. You guys know I have. Whoa, what happened there? Alright guys, I don't know what happened there. I lost the... What happened there? Oh, there we go. Found it. Okay. Yeah, so so I have 2 apartments, as you guys know. I've talked about this before. I used to, back when I was working, job. My first job when I was teaching English in Kyoto, I fell in love with Kyoto. Then I got business jobs in Tokyo. And then since I got the freedom of internet marketing and all I need is my computer, I now actually rent 2 apartments. One in Tokyo and one in Kyoto, and I'm back and forth every week. Boom, 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 like a boomerang. It's great. It's awesome. So anyway, every time I'm in Tokyo, the first thing I do, especially when the weather's good, is come here and I sit in this park. It's quiet, and I just sit here and do some work. It's great. 2 or 3 hours every morning, I'm in Tokyo. This is what I do, except for in the winter when it's cold. All right. I'm curious why Joel thinks I look insane. Maybe I'm insane with passion because I want to help you out. I want you guys to succeed. Okay, cool. I wish that was my garden. Nah. I don't need anything that big, actually. I don't need anything that big. All right. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Cheers.
Thanks for watching the video. To watch the next one, click right here. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here.